Welcome to our cabin, where I'm sitting out in the September sun on our terrace with this beautiful view out into the ocean. Our cabin is situated on the northwestern coast of Norway, just 2 hours southwest from Trondheim, where I live. And it's our paradise on earth. My parents, they bought this place or the land back in 1975. They bought the land from one of my dad's cousins and her husband, and they started building the cabin the next summer. Back in the year of 2000, my husband and I, we bought the place from my parents, and we love coming here, mostly in the summer, in the spring, in the autumn, but also from time to time we come here in winter. This time we came yesterday, which was Friday, and we will stay till Wednesday. But tomorrow and for one night we will go on a tour, a special tour. We'll go to the city of Molde, where we will stay for one night. As I have already told you, my husband he retired the 1st of September. So instead of traveling the world, which we of course can't do, because of the pandemic, but also because we would never have traveled the world anyway. But we might have gone somewhere. We had different things we had been talking about, but the pandemic put a dead end to that. So we are at the cabin, and we really love it here, and we look forward to going to Molde for one night. I'm sitting here knitting on a baby dress. You have already seen it because this is the second one I'm knitting. Unfortunately, I don't have the first one here, and I don't have the original, but I have this painting which I made last year, and it's based on a dress which was knitted to me when I was a baby more than 60 years ago. It was blue, the original one is blue, and I still have the original one. Maybe I shall show you the painting more when I talk about it. And last year, when I knew that we were going to have a baby grandchild, little Vida, she was born in August last year, I decided to try to make a copy of this one. I have a film where I talk about it, and I will see if I can link this film under here. I have done it with several of the dresses which were made for me when I was a baby. And actually, I made the dress for Vida last year, but I was so late in giving it to her. I'm not sure why, because I could have given it right away. So when she finally got it, it was a bit small. So I have decided to knit one, the same dress, but a little bigger. And we are very lucky in our family because there will be 2 new babies the first thing over the new year. It's not one of our children, but it's two of my brother's daughters, which will have babies. From what we know today, there will be 1 boy and 1 girl. So the blue dress I knitted for Vida will go to the girl, and then I have to find something else to knit for the little boy. It's great when the family is growing, isn't it? And it's even greater that you can make gifts for the babies. I really love that. So the dress I'm knitting on here will go to Vida, and then the smaller one will go to the new baby. By the way, I have this beautiful knitting bag. It's made of an old embroidery saved by my friend Janne in the podcast Countryside Knitting, which is run by Janne and Merete. two Norwegian very clever women. So I really look forward to work more on this dress now. It's such a lovely area out here. It's in a small village called Aure. Aure is about 4 kilometers from us. We can drive there or we can walk if we want. There are no other cabins here. There are a few houses, but we have to go several hundred meters to come to them. And also the parking of our car is near the houses. So we have to walk a little and carry heavy stuff uphill, quite steep uphills. But that's fine. We love to be here. We love to be out in the middle of nature. There are a lot of birds here. I'm feeding the birds, and you might be able to see some of them flying over my head, but since I'm talking, I guess they are not when I'm sitting here by myself. Quietly, they fly. They are almost hitting my head when they fly here. I think you can hear them though. My husband is on the back side of the cabin doing some work. We have been, now I have to have my notes here, because we had coffee just some minutes ago, and we sat here and we saw some motions down on the lake down there. And I took my binoculars, and then I saw a group of very small whales. I think you call them harbor porpoise. Is that the correct way of saying it? I had to Google it. We say nise. The Norwegian name is nise. I think they are the smallest whales that you can find. From time to time we see them here. And also in the beginning film you saw a little insect. It is a blue undermit. I had to Google that also. I found the Latin name and then I could find it in English. But undermit, I knew about that because several years ago, 2 years maybe, I knitted a pair of half mitts. I don't have them here. I can show them to you in another episode. It's a beautiful pattern by the American knitting designer Erica Hauser. And they are called underwing mitts. They are so beautiful. The ones I knitted was in the same color as in the pattern. They were brown and off-white, and with some red also to make the shapes of the underwing insect. But of course, with this blue underwing here, I can actually see it right over there. It's still standing on the wall. I have to make myself another pair of underwing mitts with the color blue in them. Yes, there are birds there, but I think they're flying a little too high for you to see. Well, this is only a short film. I wanted to take you to the cabin. I have done a little footage, which I will add in the beginning, and also there will be some footage in the end here. Maybe I will find some old footage I have from the blue dress, which I can add so you can see what the dress actually looks like. I might also do some more filming from the area here to show you, and maybe I will even do some filming in Molde tomorrow and on Monday to add in my next video. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you like it, even though it's so short. And I'm sure you like the view. I'm sitting with my back to the view now, looking right into the front wall of the cabin, because I wanted you to see the view, of course. Inside we have big windows here, so we can see the view all the time. And the dining room table is situated so that both Terje and I, we can sit and look right out to the view, to the forest, to the bird feeder, and feel that we are outdoors. A funny story about that. Well, when I start talking, I can't stop, can I? So it will not be a too short film anyway. There is a monastery out in a small island in the Trondheim fjord. I go there from time to time. It is a female monastery. It's called the Tautra Nonnekloster. I will add a link down here. It's a beautiful place. There are maybe around 10 nuns living there. And when they opened many years ago, Terje and I went there for the opening weekend when they had an open day for visitors to come indoors to see. Because their private rooms, they are always closed for visitors, of course. Of course, the bedrooms, but also like the dining room and a lot of other rooms. I have been inside some of them from time to time with my work, when I have stayed at the monastery and so on. But there, where they eat, it's always closed. But on that day, we were able to come in there. And there, like here at the cabin, the monastery building is long, and it has windows out to the fjord, just like we have here. Though this is not a fjord, it's an island you see somewhere back there. So the water goes around. But they look directly out to the fjord. And they have these huge windows, and they have a very long dining room table where they eat their meals. And every single nun has her chair facing the windows and the view. It's so beautiful. So they are sitting in a long row. You know, they don't talk during meals anyway. They have some reading, but they eat in silence, just listening, and then they can watch the view. And also in the chapel of the monastery, the what do you call it? The in front, the picture you have in churches. It's not a picture, it's windows with a view directly out into nature and the fjord. I like to think of that when we are here at the cabin. We also, it's kind of our chapel, at least some minutes of the day, and we can have a view right out into nature. We see eagles here, we see a lot of birds, we see I am forgetting all the English names, of course. I remembered eagles. And we have foxes, there are deers here, moose, a lot of animals. So I might take you back here anytime later also. By the way, did you see my most previous Norwegian episode? I put it up on YouTube, here on YouTube 2 days ago, and it's about my wrist warmer collection. I talk in Norwegian, but you have this beginning film, you have the end film, and you have all the beautiful wrist warmers or half mitts, which you can see. And listen to Norwegian, which you don't do very often, I guess. Okay, I'll stop here, and I will do some more filming for you. See you next time. Bye!